Well, two nations battle here in the arena. One game, no escape and no second chances. It is Thailand against Brazil in our eFootball Mobile Grand Final. It's an early corner here, Wes, to Chomkata of Thailand. We'll keep an eye and see if there's an early chance for the War Elephants here. It's headed away. But this final, no doubt, will produce massive amounts of drama.
Yeah, this one is for all the marbles. No quarter will be given and none will be gained unless there are mistakes thrown in as Brazil have the ball.
Yeah, here is Juninho with CR7 trying to find Mbappe for him. I mentioned earlier at the top of the show, he picked up some scrapes along the way, did the Yellow Canary, but he survives, he is here. But the War Elephants of Thailand are ready to crush the dreams as CR7 tries to rise the highest out of all of them. It's a Thai corner.
Yeah, it had to come through a arduous task of taking down both Greece and Egypt with golden goals aplenty. Will he have to do it again here, Harry?
CR7 again on the header. We'll go for goal. It's pinballing around everywhere. And finally, Juninho clears the danger, survives what feels like the millionth scare of his tournament life. Chomkata starting this mobile final very brightly indeed. Of course, they were in the same group, and out of the 6 points available, Thailand picked up 4 of them. But that doesn't matter now. We're in best of 2. It's a two-legged affair. Aggregate score across the two legs. And a golden goal if we're still tied. That's a stunning strike! Oh, and it's Thailand in first! Chomkata with a rocket! For Bangkok is about 4,000 miles east from where we are right now, Wes. This ball wasn't that much further away. Look at this.
And it's still travelling if the net wasn't there for it. That's a thunderous hit from Chomkata. You'll see it again here. Again, brilliant little short pass into, I believe that's Alexander Sorloth. Lets the ball just get onto that half volley. Was a stunning stroke. You'll see that purple power bar. And my word, what a hit.
What a hit from Chomkata. And that'll ease some of the nerves, perhaps in the nervous system, not in the heart though. Over 180. Now, what can the world champion of this year's Konami World Finals produce in response? Headed down towards Cristiano Ronaldo. He's still giving this one a good go. He's on the ball now for Juninho. Can't get a good enough strike away. Half an hour gone. And both players really going at each other here.
Yeah, neither one of them knows the reverse gear as Brazil look to bring this one over halfway with Mbappe. There won't be any defensive play here, folks, you don't feel, as the ball goes into the channel, but it's over here, Harry. But spy the heart rate on Chomkata.
That'll be the adrenaline. Would have been a long, long night's sleep. A long time since he played that semi-final yesterday. He would have been dreaming of this start. As for Brazil, well, it's the same situation Juninho found himself in at the end of the Fame Your Game Cup in 2024. That was back in our home country. He succumbed to Thailand 2-1 on that occasion. And Chomkata, well, he'd love to join the ranks. That's a double touch and a nice stunning strike. A late corner in the first half here for Thailand.
Yeah, you can see Chomkata, he's just looking to try and bait Juninho to come out and to try and meet him, because of course when you leave those gaps behind, you're allowing Thailand to just move that ball in, and they are picking their right moments to attack as we close in on this first half.
Del Piero standing over the corner towards Tonali. Oh, it could go anywhere. Well, Brazil can't wait for this first half to end. They might get one more chance, but, well, they've delivered it right back on a plate here to Thailand, and it will be another corner. Juninho just needs to steady himself here.
Yeah, he does. He's got one more corner potentially to deliver or to deal with here from the delivery of Alessandro Del Piero. But again, you don't want to go and concede just before half-time.
Terrible time to concede, and well, he almost did just then. That heart rate has stayed right there. Chonkata in dreamland. Here in Riyadh. No doubt this will be the last kick of the first half. Or perhaps one more attack if the ball can continue to venture forward. No, the first half of our final ends Thailand 1, Brazil 0.
First blood to the war elephants of Thailand. Chonkata, again, it's a brilliant piece of skill to just get it just on that half volley. That stunning strike took it away from Brazil. Juninho is going to have to regroup it quite quickly.
A chance here at half-time for our athletes to steady themselves. It's getting late over in Southeast Asia, approaching 8 p.m. Chonkata would love to reward those that stayed up to watch this with a World Cup trophy.
It wouldn't be a bad way to reward them, being staying up and getting into the later evening and choosing to view our grand final here. But we're back off and underway in the second half.
Del Piero coming on the field.
Indeed we are. Half-time substitutions made.
Number 20.
It's a rare sight, perhaps Chonkata anticipating here. The ball will stay in play for the majority of this second half. Thailand in the blue shirts, Brazil in the trademark home strip. So recognisable, so famous at this point in time, and has been for many, many years. Roberto Carlos here near side. Thailand looking to continue this grand final in the way that they started it. Yankola is the target man for them now. Mbappe for Juninho. He's been very quiet in this grand final so far. Chonkata there on the far side. Swung in. It's CR7. What a save! It's at point-blank range, but the danger is not dealt with just yet by Juninho. Now, finally, CR7 can release some of the pressure. Dan Burn, what can he do in defensive duties? That was just a bit of a hodgepodge of an attack there by Juninho.
Yeah, just Juninho can't get his rubber to the road, so to speak, as long goal kick delivered downfield to that sizable human being of Yankola. Dumfries has won it back here, though, for Chonkata.
Cristiano Ronaldo for him. He's pressed early and strongly by Juninho. How quick and fast is Chonkata to react. Not giving Juninho any time or space to operate. He's having now to really work for this, Juninho. This is not going how he was expecting at all. Approaching the final 10 minutes of game one. A reminder, aggregate score, so this 1-0 lead will continue into the second leg. Cristiano Ronaldo here trying to make it 2 here for Thailand! Chonkata, take a bow! What a goal!
As we say back home, Harry, that is different gravy. That is a wonderful bit of skill, and you could just see Chonkata just waiting for his moment to execute it. I thought when that ball goes into Ronaldo, he's kind of struggling to find his fingers on the phone. Of course he wasn't. He was just waiting. You'll see it here again. He just waits, bait Juninho into going to press. Wonderful spin move and a beautiful controlled strike into that far corner. 2-0 up are Thailand and Chonkata, and that very much changes things going into game two.
That is borderline disrespectful from Chom Kata in the final 10 minutes of leg one. Well, the studio was wondering, how would this crowd impact our players? Some doubts perhaps about that man. He says, doubt me now. Look at this scoreline, 2-0. Thailand lead Brazil.
His heart rate says one thing to Chom Kata, his actions say very much another. It looks as though he is firing on all cylinders, but to execute a move like that in a FIFAe World Cup final, ice in the veins from that young man. Juninho is going to have some work to do for the rest of this game, mind you, because there's still a little bit of time. But going into game two, he's going to have to go, right, mental reset. Let's go again. It's been and gone because, of course, with the aggregate score, Harry, I mean, he's going to have to go and win by at least 2 if the scoreline stays like this in game 2.
Well, if you've been joining us for the last 3 days, either in person or online, you know Juninho games often feature late goals.
Yan Kola. Number 3, Zai Emery. Coming on the field.
So let's see if there's any tactical changes here for Juninho, for Brazil. Perhaps a precursor to some of the tactics we might see in the second leg. But this first has been all Thailand, all Chom Kata. Look, the heart rate has died down just a little bit.
Yeah, I think the pressure's a little bit off him now, despite the fact that he's 2 goals ahead against the reigning world champion. As we get 1 minute of added time here, Brazil might get one more shot here.
Last minute attack of leg number 1. Zico against Chiellini, beats his man, Bebeto into the box, controlled strike, oh, good save. And that is the end of leg 1. Thailand will hold a 2-0 aggregate lead. Entering the second leg here in the SEF Arena in Riyadh.
Quick reminder today, please refrain from parking outside this stadium.
What can we say? What was that first leg? I'm almost as shell-shocked as Juninho no doubt is.
Well, it was 2 pieces of individual brilliance. We'll see it again with the highlights sponsored by Axe. And again, it could have been worse. 2 post-its cannoning everywhere in that box. But then you look into where this happens here. You'll see Sorloth just flicks it almost up to himself, volleys it home. Of course, Juninho just wasn't able to muster up that attacking flair that we'd seen. But, of course, it's the second that really told the story, Eric.
He's been so sharp all tournament long, Juninho. But what do you say about that? Even he knows that was a very, very special goal to score in this environment, in this stadium, in this incredible arena. And on this occasion, that's a moment of pure brilliance, no doubt will go down in the history books in eFootball mobile history.
I mean, it's hard enough to execute on a console. Imagine trying to do that with your thumbs on a mobile. It's quite brilliant, to say the very least. And even that adjective completely underplays what we saw in the environment, with having a live audience around him, with having the pressure of all of his country, as he said in his VT, I'm not playing for me, I'm playing for my country. And that just gives you that extra percentile, Harry.
Yeah, and Riquinho in the front row. Absolutely heartbroken yesterday, but Brazil's hopes remain alive. A rare bit of adversity we see Juninho, again, our 2025 domestic world champion of eFootball Mobile for Brazil. It's a bit of adversity that perhaps he's not used to seeing. Obviously, yesterday we mentioned the 2 golden goals in the knockout stages. Made it really, really difficult for himself, of course, against Greece and Egypt. Both games going 5-4, settled by that sudden death. Now we get to see what the world champion is made of.
Yeah, it's about finding something within yourself in these different scenarios. It's great when you're leading from the front. It's great when you're goals ahead. It's great when you're going into games and you've got goal advantages or game advantages. What can you muster up when the chips are down?
Well, last year's champions, Malaysia, they watch on. And perhaps they are cheering on the nation that dumped them out in the previous round. Thailand, their Southeast Asian comrades. There's Japan as well. Asia out in force here in Riyadh. And all of Asia's hopes, all of Thailand's hopes rest on the man on your screen's head.
Yeah, I was going to say, not to mention, of course, our reigning console champions Indonesia out. Reigning mobile champion Malaysia out. All of Southeast Asia's hopes now rest on Chomkata's shoulders, but at the moment he is showing that he has got every bit of strength to withhold and withstand and hold those hopes up high.
Our audience here in the arena enjoying what they saw in leg one. Something tells me Juninho will fight as hard as he possibly can for that trophy that stands at the top of the stairs, for what would be a historic victory. Never done before in the world of eFootball Mobile. 2 world titles in 1 year. But he's made it so difficult on himself after leg one.
He has, but if he's able to summon this could arguably be up there in your Mount Rushmore of greatest eFootball, esports comebacks. To be 2-0 down, and you know you've got to pick your level up, as you can hear your countrymen and women trying to G you up a bit. Can you go again? Can you go back to the well? Can you perform how you've performed all game and all tournament? As you see there, Japan's representative social with a Brazil shirt, certainly adopted nation and supporter.
An adopted canary. Just incredible scenes. Absolutely incredible scenes. And we should look at the form book, Wes. Of course, these two in the group stages. We mentioned they played each other twice. On day one, it was a 1-1 draw, but day two, let me tell you, Chomkata came out in fine form indeed. Well, the fist bumps are going in. That signals it's now or never time. Thailand leading Brazil going into the second leg. 90 more minutes of eFootball await us here, perhaps more if things go Brazil's way. Here in the mobile grand final, moments measured in milliseconds. Here we go. Brazil's kickoff. They'll attack this right-hand goal, and they'll need to do lots of that. Here we go, Juninho. Starting things out almost exactly, Wes, as Thailand did in leg one. Yeah,
certainly come out of the blocks early. I think maybe he took too many double touches there. If he took the first one, took the strike, he might have had a better option to shoot. He's won himself a corner, though.
Yeah, corner within the first 5 minutes. An early goal would do a world of good to the world champion. Oh, look at that! And there is the early goal! We knew he would not give up! Juninho reminding us he is still in play for that trophy!
Hello Brazil, welcome to the pie, boys! Brilliant goal from Juninho, exactly what he needed for this scenario. Get a goal early, put some frighteners into Chomkata, and that is a very, very big goal. There's so much time for Juninho to go to work now. Chomkata has now got to figure out, what do I do? Do I go defensive? Do I go attacking? What do I do?
Game well and truly on. Thailand 2, Brazil 1. And with 85 odd minutes of eFootball Mobile to play, Juninho handed a lifeline, or rather, he's forced one upon himself. The heart rate looking a bit lower this time around for Juninho as well. Good blocking by Chomkata of Thailand. And he'll have his first real chance at possession here in leg 2.
Yeah, and this is where Chom Catter's got to go to work. He's giving the ball away here. Brazil have a break on here. Pavel Nedved charging towards goals. Cut it across to Kante. Is Mbappe. Mbappe to Kante.
Yeah, there's a chance here for Mbappe. Oh, it's wide.
How did he miss? How did he miss from there?
I think the whole arena is asking the same question. How did he miss?
Stunned. Absolutely stunned by that, Harry.
Well, what a start to the second leg. Thailand venturing forward. Del Piero. Chom Catter trying to venture forward here, but that's better defensive work this time, or is it? That's another mistake actually by Juninho, headed down. Del Piero saved! Thai corner. Both our athletes on the stage, leaving everything out there in this final.
Yeah, there's a big opportunity there for Chom Catter and Thailand to poke their noses back in with that 2-goal advantage, but instead it's a good save for the goalkeeper. Chance is not yet gone though, Harry, as there's a corner here.
Well, this is exactly how Brazil scored their goal. Can Chom Catter imitate? Oh, it's going everywhere! It's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's the third Thailand goal!
22 minutes is number
Reinstating that 2-goal cushion. Chom Catter equalises here in the second leg.
Yeah, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So, again, drilled ball in towards that near post. It just causes chaos. It's bouncing around. Of course, Ronaldo's going to be the one to react the quickest. Post it home from 3 yards. And Chom Catter has reasserted that 2-goal advantage.
And another mistake on the kickoff for Juninho. He's been here before in FIFA tournaments in the final for Brazil against Thailand. And Cristiano Ronaldo with a nice little pirouette. Oh, he strikes from distance as well. Forces the save. Just the press from Chom Catter is wild. It's impressive how he's able to do this on mobile. Knocked on to Cristiano. Now 10 minutes from half-time. Brazil trailing Thailand by 2 goals. Kylian Mbappe. Gattuso snuffs out that chance.
Yeah, there's opportunities here for Juninho to go to work. He's just trying to prod and find those holes. It's into Ronaldo. Ronaldo across to Mbappe. It's blocked off, Harry.
5 minutes until half-time. You're just thinking maybe Thailand will try and maintain possession, perhaps venture forward for the last attack of the half. But Juninho knows exactly what the mission is here. He wants to do that exact same thing, but he's given the ball away. How much time added on? 3 minutes. And with Brazil in possession, every time I say that, Wes, he gives it away. I think the last attack of the half, which way is it going to go? It's like neither nation wants it either way. It is half-time in leg 2. As things stand, Thailand 45 in-game minutes from being FIFAe World Cup winners.
You just have to wonder how much of those group stage game results against Thailand is playing on the minds of Brazil. I know the guys on the sofa mentioned it, you've mentioned it as well. 4 points for a possible 6 Thailand took off Brazil in the group stage. Now you're in the knockout. There isn't room for a draw anymore. You've got to go for it, Brazil.
Thailand attacking the right-hand goal to start this second half. It's headed in. It's really dangerous that time. Defended well. This is such a composed and impressive performance by Chom Kata. After the first 3 group stage games, where I was left wanting more. Picking up just 1 point from their first 3 group stage outings. Chom Kata has turned the corner. And he's so close making history for his nation.
Yeah, he certainly went back to the lab after that, what he would probably feel for himself was that disappointing performance. Now he's getting to see the fruits of that work, the fruits of that training, that preparation, that sacrifice. We've heard all of the players here, both across mobile and console, talk about how much these players sacrifice and prep time and everything that goes into it. And he's now seeing the benefits of that. He is like micro steps away from becoming the FIFAe World Cup champion.
Oh, Brazil looking down the barrel of elimination in what is their 4th FIFAe World Cup final appearance in 4 years.
Ronaldo. Coming on the field, number 19, Bebeto. Number 17.
We will need to see that championship mentality. Otherwise, it's bye-bye Brazil. And hello, world champions. Rodri here for Juninho. Just looking for an outlet. Puskás will hold things up nicely. Bebeto is trying to just push that back line as far as possible. And on the hour mark, we're going to see Juninho try and replicate that goal in the opening 5 minutes. With how fast mobile goes, the time much quicker. He needs a goal here. Flat towards Rodri, headed away by the Thai defence. That's given away again by Brazil, and Leao is in. Oh, this really could be the dagger. This could be the dagger here. He goes for goal. It's saved at the near post. Gave himself too much to do. A bit of a game of cat and mouse there, Wes.
Yeah, it's a wonderful through ball. Expertly counter-attacked by Chom Kata. Rafael Leao, incredible speed on that item in-game. Wasn't going to be caught, but he couldn't beat the goalkeeper. Just narrowed the angle a little bit too much, but has won himself a corner as Chom Kata, which... I know you'd probably want to score in that scenario, Harry, but corner, it's not too bad. At least you've not put it out for a goal kick.
Very true. You get that corner, you get the territory that comes with it. That man needs to dig so deep, Wes, so deep. He needs to show the heart of a champion.
He does. He's got to summon all of that experience that he's got, all of that ability that we know that Juninho possesses. Well, as we've said so many times already this week, pressure and environment can do funny things to a player or two. Again, we have to remember back in that knockout phase, it took golden goal against both Greece and against Egypt just for Juninho to get to this moment. So he's been kind of really living on the edge pretty much since he got out of the groups.
The 23-year-old Chom Kata is moments away from inheriting the crown, surrendered by Malaysia 366 days ago in this very arena. Look at that score. Look at that trophy. It's palpable tension, Wes. It really is.
It really is. It really is. You can just feel with that extended pause, you can see that Juninho's still trying to make changes within his side. But those changes could be the end of him, or they could be the making of him. Such is the importance of knowing when to, what changes to make. Do you change shape? Do you change substitutes? As we can hear from the in-game PA announcement, has been changes. This is a corner here for Chom Kata.
Number 6, Oliveira. Coming on the field, number 21,
Needs
Nielsen.
to clear
Number 20,
this corner
Zico.
to give himself a
Number
chance.
18,
Thailand swinging in. It's headed into a really dangerous error.
Substitution.
Kola didn't even jump for that one. Importantly for Thailand, they have possession. And the more you keep possession, the more you're going to be able to run down that clock. But you need to make sure you don't give it away carelessly. That's nice pressing by Juninho. Brazil with just over 15 minutes left. Would love a goal here soon. Puskas, Alvarez, crossed in towards Bebeto. Does his best. But they'll recycle this. Rodri tries to feed any yellow shirt that's there, but there's not a canary in sight. Approaching 10 minutes left. Zico, dispossessed. Anywhere will do for Thailand. Rodri turns his man. Alvarez, that's just too wayward, too much juice on it. And Kola, well, he wins the header, and that is booted as far as the eye can see for Thailand.
Yeah, it's uncharacteristic from Amadou Onana. We expected to pick the ball up and drive forward, and instead for Thailand, they know, kick it to touch. You're in the closing stages. It's not pretty, but it's gamesmanship, it's game management, it's trying to take it away. You know you are moments from taking this world title against Brazil, one of the very favoured nations here. Why would you look to attack? You want to just batten down the hatches and hope that you can hold out the resistance.
It's given away by Brazil. And once again booted into touch. Thailand just ticking as much time as possible. Down from that clock in the top left. There's a smile on the face of Chom Kata. I think he knows exactly what I suspect. Made short by Brazil. 90th minute now. Danielson to the feet of Bebeto. There is 4 minutes added on. But the ball has stayed in play, and those 4 minutes will agonisingly tick away from Brazil. It's been such a long road. So much doubt, so much uncertainty here. As Juninho might get one back here late. But Chiellini to the rescue. This time Dan Burn putting a shift in. But Thailand have done it! Chom Kata! You are FIFAe World Cup champion Thailand! They rise above them all!
It's a fantastic achievement for Thailand. They are worthy winners in this FIFAe World Cup.